Welcome to the Summer Interview Series Part 3. We're joined today by Roy Stanley, head CSU-Pueblo men's soccer coach here at the gorgeous new Art and Lorraine Gonzalez Lacrosse and Soccer Stadium. And Roy, this facility is gorgeous. How has it been transitioning to this facility?
Oh, like we said when we kind of opened the facility, as far as having, nice bleachers, which we're in now, and you can see behind us, the turf field, the new building, which houses all the locker rooms, training room, offices. We've had lights for 5 or 6 years, so that's a plus. So when you throw it all together, it puts us in the, top 3 in the conference, and it's great to have.
Certainly is a gorgeous facility, obviously a great place for a soccer game. Speaking of soccer, obviously big news with the U.S. unfortunately going down to Argentina last night in the Copa Americana. Now, obviously, if you're head coach of U.S., what would you do in that game?
Well, it was tough. Argentina being number one, there's no doubt you had to take a little bit of a defensive stance, and you're hoping to get through probably the first half or 60 minutes. Early goal makes it tougher because that kind of shoots your game plan down. Messi hits a great shot on the second one. The U.S., I don't think they'd be happy with their performance, but Argentina's tremendous. Similar things to what we're trying to do here with our program. U.S. is trying to get into that upper echelon, top, 25 in the nation. We got in there last year, didn't stay there, but we got in there. Hopefully we can get back there this year. But getting into that level of competition, it's all the little things. And you look at what U.S. did with their passing and their movement, it wasn't there. How would I have changed it? There's a lot of different things, but we're trying to do the same thing here, developing more confidence, developing a better technical player. Tactics is always important, and players, this summer when they watch Copa America, when they watch the Euros, hopefully when they're playing, they're improving their knowledge of the game. So in all aspects, I think you look at U.S. was unfortunately on the short end, but just to be in the semifinal game is a tremendous accomplishment.
And it's never easy beating the defending World Cup champion or a player like Messi.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's had a great career, tremendous. I put him, in all aspects, how he plays, how he handles himself with referees, with opponents. You put him as, to me, the top player in the world. I love watching Messi, and he certainly performed last night.
Switching gears now, obviously, soccer's kind of blown up, it seems like, in recent years. Copa America getting a ton of coverage, and even before that, it seems like the past few World Cups, it seems like soccer is getting a lot of excitement right now. Is that something that you've noticed?
I mean, I think we're all, kind of been around it, and we've seen each year, the game making strides. It seems like each year, whether it's youth soccer, on both on the rec and the competitive level, college level soccer, the grassroots side of it has kind of always maintained itself pretty well. Does that translate into the professional side? I think it's gotten a lot better with MLS and USL. So I think in all aspects we've made some really good strides. It still has a long ways to go, and that's the interesting thing is how many fans do we get regularly at games that are regular fans. We've got to keep growing that, and you want to see people that have it as a passion, like in other countries. We're deluged with all the sports out there, and have we developed more passionate, really intrinsically involved, 100% supportive fans? We've developed more of those, but we still have a long ways to go to get up with, basketball and football. I think, on the guys' side, we've had Development Academy that has, pulled up the level of all players. Now, we get a few DA players, but just the idea that there's, better coaching at the DA level, there's better coaching at the club level, it trickles down, it helps us out. We're getting a more technical player than we got before. But it still has a long ways to go. There's no doubt. There's still strides to be made. I know the local club, the Pueblo Rangers, we're getting a good amount of teams. Does that translate to Division II players and college level players? not exactly, but the fact that they're playing at a competitive level, they're practicing 3 times a week, they're into it. Those are positive strides for the whole sport.
Obviously, you talked a little bit about recruiting. What else do you kind of do in your off season?
Yeah, I mean, we finished up, the whole kind of semester. We finished up our play on April 23rd. We had a good spring season. The summer is all about, trying to get ready for the fall. Certainly, I do other things during the summer, but you still have some recruiting going on. You're working through all the scholarships and the housing and the equipment. So all the kind of the administrative side, so that once you get, all the players back August 15th, you just worry about coaching. So, still doing some camps. Next week we'll host a youth camp where we have 6-year-olds to 14-year-olds showing up. I'll work some other, college camps in July, and then come back and do another camp that's here, an all-day camp for on that one it's 7 to 16-year-olds in early August. And then we've started something the last couple of years, an 8v8 tournament that we have for the 12 through 18-year-olds here in town. So it keeps busy. I kind of look at it like, during the season you don't know where you're going to be on any day of the week, whether it's traveling, whether it's in town. So it's a really hectic schedule. Now it's more of a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday kind of normal person regular job. And so it's kind of a little easier of a routine, but it's still busy.
I definitely understand that. It's weird shifting to that 9 to 5 during the summer for me as well. But when you're away from the game, what do you like to do?
My big thing right now is my family. I've got 2 boys, a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old that doing great in school. They love sports, so I'm spending a lot of time with them. My other hobby, I guess you would look at it, is fishing and the outdoors. Whether it's kayaking, whether it's biking, whether it's skiing. I like to be outdoors, and I think that's why a lot of people come to Colorado. It's great for the outdoors.
Perfectly sums it up right there. One final question. Obviously, you're one of the longer tenured coaches here at CSU-Pueblo. How have you seen the university and the athletic department grow in the last few years?
Yeah, I think I said this in kind of the opening of the building. Every couple years we've had something new, and I had one of my first goalkeepers, Chris Miller, visited just a month ago, and certainly he was here when it was a grass field, no lights, no building. We didn't have new dorms, so we've gotten new dorms. We didn't have a new library, so that's been remodeled. Our new rec center has now it's 8 years old maybe, but to me it's still new. It's great to have other activities going on that are healthy on campus. So besides our facility really getting a plus, you've got campus facilities that have gotten a plus. And then, 6 years ago we added football. That's brought on a new stadium, a new building. We benefit, primarily from the weight room and having, just tremendous facilities with the new weight room. So, yeah, every 3 years we've had something new happening and being built on campus. Right now, it's our new student center, that's right outside of Masari Gym, right to the west there. We've got, a bunch of construction going on. So it's just, a good continuous growth for the university, and let's keep it going that way.
Absolutely. CSU Pueblo, definitely an exciting place to be. Thank you so much for joining me today, Roy.